Forecasters say this will be catastrophic and could reshape the country for years to come in terms of some of the damage that will be done along the coastline and beyond. Right now, Jamaica is at its highest state of alert. A hurricane is speeding up, and the eye of the storm is expected to make landfall within the next half hour, give or take. The storm is so huge, the winds could be upwards of 275, 280 kilometers in strength in certain areas, and there will be huge storm surges as well. They could rise upwards of 13 feet or 4 meters. Power has already failed to about a third of the country. All right, so what do we know right now? Hurricane Melissa is off Jamaica's southern coast, but it's getting very close. Again, those winds of 280 kilometers an hour. It will hit as a Category 5 storm. The country's top weather forecaster is warning people of what is to come. Listen to this.
The truth is, it is still some distance away from the coast, expected to move closer and then move across the island, and that means that the impacts are going to be significantly greater than you've already been experiencing.
All right, let's bring in CTV's Scott Hurst. He's been tracking the forecasts, looking at some of the watches and warnings that are in place. Scott.
Todd, they are bracing for impact imminently. As you mentioned, the eye of the storm is expected to make landfall very shortly, within the next half hour, upwards of an hour at this point. And besides the sheer scope and the severity of this storm, another reason why it is so concerning and why it could cause so much devastation and so much destruction is that it is a very slow-moving storm. And so it means these punishing conditions could last far longer than during most hurricanes. Now, we also heard from Jamaica's Prime Minister last night saying particularly the island's western end facing the worst destruction, saying he doesn't believe there's even much infrastructure in that region that really could even withstand a storm that intense, meaning the potential for a lot of people to lose their homes and their businesses, really their livelihoods. So there's a significant risk of massive amount of displacement from this storm, which could cause significant damage right across the island before moving on to Cuba after that. Now, here is a Canadian we spoke to who is vacationing in Jamaica right now, hunkering down at a resort. And the big concern now, after this passes, is there could be a lot of patience needed to get home after that.
We have a plan A to go on Wednesday, which our original flight out, but we do have a plan B to leave on Saturday. The airport's closed until Tuesday.
Now, a Category 5 storm is the strongest on the scale, which means it must have sustained winds of at least 250 kilometers per hour. And Todd, as you mentioned, winds are tracking much greater than that. And a storm that strong has actually never officially made landfall in Jamaica. So this storm has the potential to be the worst storm in the island's recorded history.
Yeah, you know, we were talking to a meteorologist just in the last 15 minutes who flew through the storm just a day or two ago, and he was telling us, Scott, that basically he is concerned that this could totally reshape the landscape for certain parts of Jamaica in terms of the devastation for years to come.
Yeah, that is a significant concern. And of course, it's not just for Jamaica, as that is the most imminent threat. Making landfall as a Category 5, but then after that, there is significant amount of concern then for Cuba as well, as the storm continues to move north and then east a little bit, and expected to make landfall in Cuba as well late tonight, still as a powerful hurricane. As Cuban officials have said, they've been trying to evacuate some hundreds of thousands of people from the eastern region of the island, which includes the island's second largest city, Santiago, and also there are impacts on Haiti, Dominican Republic, and then as it moves through Cuba, it could potentially impact parts of Bahamas and also Turks and Caicos. And Todd, already before this storm is officially making landfall in Jamaica, it's already being blamed for 7 deaths around the region, including 3 in Jamaica during storm preparations.
CTV's Scott Hurst with the very latest. Thanks for this, Scott. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks, Todd.